Hello everybody, Interi back again with another video, and today's video, guys, is gonna be about Roger Federer. Yeah, Roger Federer, this elegant player, the Swiss maestro, who has given us so much joy, at least for us Federer fans, me one of them, and millions around the world. And this talk about will he win another major that in his career or not. He has, for the moment, like we all know, 20 majors. And you know, guys, my opinion, I've said it in different videos. I have a feeling that he will not win another major. Of course, it is not impossible for him to win another major. Bigger miracles than that has happened in sport. And it is Roger Federer we're talking about, one of the greatest tennis players of all time, and who is at the current time world number 3. So it is not absolutely not impossible whatsoever. But he has very, very difficulties on his way. He has big obstacles on his way. And I'm going to go through 5 reasons why I don't believe Roger Federer will win another major. And let's get started. Let's get into it and not waste any time. On my number 5th place, I have his top shift rivals are still competing, Novak Djokovic and Rafael Nadal, especially Novak Djokovic, who Roger has not defeated in slams events in 8 years' time, since Wimbledon 2012. So he is a big obstacle for Roger Federer, Novak Djokovic. And if you guys wonder why do I not have Novak and Rafa higher on my list than in the 5th place, because it is pretty simple. I'm going to explain why. Because Roger doesn't lose only to Novak and Rafa in slams. Rafa he has actually figured out in slams in the last couple of years, besides in French Open, of course. But Rafa has defeated in Wimbledon and in Australian Open the last 2 times they have faced each other there. So, but Novak is a bigger obstacle for Roger, no doubt about that. But why I don't have those 2 guys, his 2 shift rivals, higher than on my 5th place, is because Roger doesn't lose only to these guys. Look at Roger's result last year in slams. In the US Open, he lost to Grigor Dimitrov. In Australia, he lost to Stefan Tsitsipas. So, only because if we say if Rafa and Novak loses before they face Roger, that doesn't mean that Roger will win the slam. Absolutely not. So, on my number 5th place, I have his top shift rivals threatening him big time still, Novak and Rafa, especially Novak, whom, like I said, Roger has not defeated in slams in 8 years. And Rafa is easier for Roger, absolutely. And the reason is because Rafa gives Roger more time. He plays further behind from the baseline. He doesn't play as close to the baseline like Novak does. Rafa doesn't have the length like Novak have. So Roger, he gets Rafa's balls on his strike zone and can Rafa is much more attackable and what Novak is, and that's why Roger has much more difficulties against Novak. So, on my number 5th place, it is Novak and Rafa, his top shift rivals. Even though that Rafa has not defeated Roger in outside clay since 2014, so it is 6 years now. But you have to have Rafa there as well. You just have to have. It is Rafa Nadal we're talking about. I don't think that Roger will wants to face Rafa Nadal in slams, even though that he has figured him out the last couple of years. But he doesn't want to face him in slams. I can guarantee you that, because Rafa is always Rafa, and he will always be a threat to Roger Federer, no matter what. Alright, on my 4th place, I have his age. Guys, Roger is 38 years old. He will be 39 in summer. The age, even though that Roger looks ageless, and he has his playing style doesn't make him look like 38 years old in a tennis court. For me, Roger is the best tennis player of all time when it comes to age good. Better than Novak Djokovic, better than Rafa Nadal, especially better than Novak Djokovic. Novak Djokovic will not win Grand Slam titles when he's 36 years old. I can guarantee you that, like Roger did 2 years ago in Australian Open. But age will affect Roger as well, sooner or later, and it has started doing that in his movement. He's not as fast as he was 10 years ago. He's not lightning fast, even though that he's not slow whatsoever. He's not slow, but he's slower than 10 years ago. So age will catch him up, Roger, as well, even though that Roger has a very effective playing style with first strike tennis, ultra aggressive tennis with short points, but it will affect him sooner or later. It will affect him, and it has already started to do that, because we are seeing that he's not winning majors like he did when he was 25 years old. That's for sure. So age is on my fourth place. On my third place, it is the next gens, guys. The next gens is bothering Roger Federer big times. Like I said earlier before in my videos, the next gens are bothering Roger and Novak much more than what they are bothering Nadal. Zverev has defeated Roger Federer 4 times. Thiem has defeated Roger Federer 5 times. Stefanos Tsitsipas has defeated Roger Federer 2 times. To mention some of the next gens, and they are a big obstacle for Roger Federer as well. And some of you can say, but they have not defeated him in slams besides Thiem and Stefanos Tsitsipas. Yes, that's true. But they will start to defeat him in slams as well. Players like Medvedev will start to defeat Roger Federer, even though Medvedev has never defeated Roger Federer yet, but he will start to doing it sooner or later, in slams and outside slams. So the next gens are a big obstacle for Roger Federer as well. Roger is getting older, and the next gens are getting older as well, but they are so much younger than Roger, so they are a big trouble for Roger Federer. And the next gens are on my number third place. On my number second place, it is his mentality game in big clutch moments. Roger Federer, he gets tight in big clutch moments, guys. It is not any coincidence why Roger has lost 22 matches when he has had match points. I believe it is 22 matches now. Look at the Wimbledon final last year against Novak Djokovic when he was serving for that final. Guys, Roger was tight in that game, guys. It was 8 points played in that game. Roger won only 3 of those points. 2 of them was services. What does that mean? It does mean that if the game was on, if the points was in rallies, Roger would not have won more than 3 points, but 2 of those points was services. He needed only 1 more, but he couldn't find it, and he lost. Why? Because he checked out mentally. And some of you can say, how can you say he was checked out mentally? He pushed Novak. Yeah, he pushed Novak, but when it comes to the crunch moments, in the big moments, he was afraid. He was hoping that Novak would give the victory to him, but Novak doesn't do that. Novak is Novak Djokovic, for God's sakes. He will not give the victory for you for free, because Roger, I have proof. If you look at the last game of that match, the 24th game, before that tiebreak, Roger won that last game 40-love. Why couldn't he won the game in the 16th game when he was serving for the match 40-love? Why? Because the trophy was just around the corner and he was only 1 point away, and he got tight. The mentality part is on my second place, guys, for me. Why? Because he gets tight in big moments. Like I said, it is not any coincidence why he has lost 22 matches when he has had match point. If you look at his two chief rivals, Djokovic and Nadal, Djokovic has lost only 3, Nadal has lost 8. So Djokovic is the best from these 3 when it comes to big clutch moments. And that's why he has lost only 3 matches when he has had match points to Novak Djokovic. And that's why that's what it makes Novak Djokovic so hard to defeat, because to me, he's the strongest mentally from these big 3. No question about that. I've done a video about this 6 months ago. On my first place, I have Roger Federer's. Are you ready, guys? Here it comes. Are you ready? The consistency level. It is not there anymore. We saw that last year. We saw that in 2018. Roger has still the beast mode, but Roger doesn't show the beast mode all the time. Not even often. He just show it rarely. We saw it in the ATP Tour finals. He did a beast mode match against Djokovic. He destroyed him in straight sets. Two days later against Tsitsipas, Roger was down on earth with terrible level. You cannot trust in Roger's consistency level anymore. He plays average, good level, but sometimes he can go down in terrible level, horrible level. And to win majors, you need to be solid throughout 2 weeks in 7 matches, and I can't see that Roger doing that anymore this late in his career. So my top 5 reasons why Roger will not win another major is Rafa and Novak, especially Novak. His age on number 5 place, Rafa and Novak, especially Novak. His age on my 4th place. His the next gens on number 3rd place. He's not mentally strong in big clutch moments when it matters, when he should convert set points, break points, and especially match points. And on my 1st place, it is his consistency level is not there anymore, guys. It isn't, guys, anymore. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care and bye bye.